Dragoon X Omega II, released in 2008 by Sliver X and Thetis. The Ark in the Sky stands in mute testimony of a miraculous past, a past that we, the people of Hylis, have almost no memory of. In the hazy depths of myth and legend, it is said that humanity itself came to this world of Ursula on it, but due to the actions of the First Empire, no historical text remained to confirm or deny this. It is true that our ancestors were almost godlike in their abilities. The ancient relics that still abound in this world tell us this much, but it is said that a horrible plague tore their civilization asunder, and the founders of Hylis fled here to escape it, sealing our kingdom from the old lands of Merca behind a great wall known as the Great Divide. How much time has passed since this is uncertain, but the Great Divide has existed for as long as anyone can remember. We are a simple people. Most toil happily farming or hunting for food. Our warriors are the Shogonite, those born with exceptional skills in PSI and armed combat. The Shogonites have existed since the birth of Hylis. It is said that they are similar to a class of warriors in the old lands known as Mennonites, but of this we are uncertain of as well. It is they who protect us when internal strife arises in our land, such as 20 years ago. Lord Sire, former head of the Shogunate, rebelled against our Lord Higa. The bloody civil war that resulted from this cost many lives, but Lord Higa, with his general Memphis, managed to bring Sia to a stalemate. Thus, the nation of Arturnus was created to appease the PSI Lord. Memphis' son, Sargon, alongside Tyris, are the current generals of the Shogunate. Where Sargon is compassionate and honorable, Tyris has a darkness in his heart that allows him no mercy to his enemies. Though unpopular, Tyris is respected for his great skill and valor. Should any threat rear its head in Hylis again, it is these two who will command the Shogunate to stop it. May the gods watch over them forever and ever. And thus is the backstory of Dragoon X Omega II. Let's dive in and start a new game. We'll set our battle speed to 8. That'll just speed up the battle slightly. So let's get some more lore. Centuries ago, the hubris of man led him to tamper with the realm of the gods, and a pestilence swept the land. Some fled to the south, building a great wall to seal themselves away. This land came to be known as Hylis. The Shogunite are the warrior class of Hylis, gifted in arms and PSI. They are led by two generals, Sargon and Tyris. When loggers began to vanish near Edengard, it was Sargon who was sent to investigate on behalf of Lord Higa. In the forest north of the town, Sargon and his men were ambushed in the night by a horde of strange beasts. At the brink of victory, his own men turned upon him, and he was forced to kill every one of them. Barely surviving this ordeal, Sargon made his way back towards Hylis Keep to tell Lord Higa of the grave turn of events. So it began. We begin right outside Hylis Keep. We don't want to walk around at all because while we have armor, we don't have any weapon. I guess Sargon lost it in his battle. Where are your troops? I see. You must tell Lord Higa at once. The Shogonites are attacking anyone they cross. What is wrong with them? Many of the Shogunite under Tyris left with him. Those who would not go with them were all slain by Lord Tyris himself. Lord Tyris and the Shogunite have turned on us. Have they no honor, or are they mad? The Marsh Temple is to the east, beyond Hylis village. That'll be our first dungeon. What? Tyris and his men also went mad in your absence. Scouts report that he has laid siege to the Marsh Temple. His trees will not stand. Kill him, Sargon. We are definitely not strong enough to take on Tyris yet. So we're going to have to go out and do some level grinding. We of the Shogonites have no PSI abilities. Now with no Shogunite, the battle we face is much more dire. We start with two PSI abilities, Bolt and Aura, an attack and a healing spell. We number less than a dozen now. I hope that we are enough to hold Hylis Keep. Your weapon was destroyed in battle? Please, take my dart rifle from the room, Lord Sargon. we get our first weapon, the dart rifle. It's not all that good, but better than nothing. So we have the iron armor, iron helmet, no weapon. I'll show off those two PSI. We have two uses. There's only 2 spells per level in this game, so it's not like Final Fantasy 1 where you have to like choose which ones to pick. But at least the spells work in this game, so. The dart rifle gives us an extra 5 attack power. Doesn't give us a lot of hit percentage though. After you left, a horde of demons appeared that began attacking everyone, even while the animals are running mad. What? You fought them in Edengard? So this is what happened to Edengard. I can't believe your own troops turned on you, Sargon. What is happening? We'll discover that throughout this game. So there's a treasure chest back there, but we can't open this door. Too stout to be destroyed, and it's locked. Eventually we'll get an item that will allow us to open locked doors. But that'll be much later, and only if we do a side quest. Side quest is really important, and eventually will lead to a bonus dungeon and basically a class upgrade, similar to finding the tail in Final Fantasy 1 and talking with Bahamut to get changed from, you know, fighters to knights, black belt to masters, thieves to ninjas, and red, white, and black mages to red, white, and black wizards. So, unlike Final Fantasy, as you can see, we only have one party member, Sargon, and that's all we're going to have the entire time. Another difference is, when you level up in Final Fantasy, you got some points towards your hit percentage, and weapons even gave some hit percentage as well. When you got 32 or multiples of 32, 32, 64, 96, 128, you gain an extra attack. So at 32 hit, you'd have 2 attacks. In this, weapons give you some hit, but none of them except for the final weapon, which is acquired in the bonus dungeon, will give you enough to hit 31. So you're always going to be only doing 1 hit per attack, which makes you kind of feel weak. The only time you'll be able to do more than 1 hit is when you get that final gun, or there's a magic spell much later on that allows you to basically double your hits. So just play defensively here. Like I said, you only have 1 party member, so if Sargon falls in battle, it's game over, back to where you last saved. Like Final Fantasy, we save at inns, but in this game they're called clinics. They also gave a nice item, because there's no cabins, tents, houses in this game to save your game on the overworld. Instead, you can buy these things called SRAMs, which save your game on the overworld. Most of the time, we'll just be saving our game at clinics. They restore all your PSI powers and your hit points to full. So there's the Marsh Temple. We are way too weak to enter it right now. You could go in there and sneak over to the left real quick, and there's a set of armor, but we're gonna buy that armor and just get that armor and sell it. Why have the Shogunite turned on us? We'll find out. The first guy mentioned that it kind of reminds us of Dragoon X Omega II. The village of Edengard lies to the northwest across the Min Bridge. We already know that. My children are missing. Yeah, Edengard is pretty far away. It's surprising that Sargon made it there at level 1. The other Lord's son, Skiffles, left our village to seek out the source of the demon attack. I hope we can find it and a way to stop it. Skittles is also be pretty strong, because we'll find out about him much later on in the game, about halfway through. Strange demons may roam the land, my lord. Many of the people have vanished in the night, never to be seen again. So here's the clinic. We stay, get healed up, but we'll stay a little bit later. Don't know. There's some armor. We want to buy the steel armor and the steel helmet. Items we sell back for half their purchase price. A large group of Shogonites passed by town today. The elder asked Lord Tyris to help us fight the demons, but they beheaded him. And here's the armor shop, or the arms shop. We want to buy that needle gun. That'll increase our attack a little bit. Not by much, but attack is important in this game because being the only party member, the faster you can defeat your enemies, the less turns they'll take to damage you. Now damage we can heal with stuff like our PSI, the aura spell, and with herbs. Herbs are basically like the potions in Final Fantasy 1. The arc in the sky looks beautiful at sunset. If only night didn't bring such horrors. Speaking of PSI, we're going to want to buy these two spells. Stare is basically like in Dragoon X Omega II, it's like the sleep spell, and Shadow basically raises your avoid. It's like the ruse spell in Final Fantasy 1. We're just gonna wander around here a little bit, fight a bunch of enemies. We're just gonna stick around here. The only enemies around here are those hoppers, the blobs, and the spawn enemies. So they're pretty easy to defeat. But we're just gonna try to build up enough money to get the PSI spells and get the steel armor and steel helmet. Like I said, we could get steel armor for free if we go to the Marsh Temple, and it's near the start, but I'm not going to do that. I'll just buy it here because the levels are also important too. We also want to gain some levels before you head to the marsh. Basically, you want to get to about level 6 before you head to the marsh. Now, we're not going to be doing all our grinding here because we were told that Edengard, that one town to the northwest, that town has some better armor and better weapons, and we want to be able to buy them. We're going to eventually want to grind to 1675 Arca. So 1675 Arca. That'll let us to basically buy a new set of gear, weapon-wise and armor-wise. That'll definitely help us out. It'll take to about level 4 or 5 to get about that money. So I just off-screen doing all that, got to level 5. I managed to buy a bunch of SRAMs, herbs, and antis. Antis not important right now, you could skip them, but we'll need them for the second dungeon. We also got the 2 PSI, the Stare and the Shadow. And we got the steel helmet and armor. With all those levels and the new equipment, we are strong enough now to head to Edengard. Down this way. There's a bridge. Too bad that bridge over to the right is broken. It leads to another castle that'll be a dungeon later on in the game. Won't be able to get to there for much later though. We'll need basically the equivalent of the canoe item in this game. But here we're heading to the Min Bridge. Got these Vorzaks. They're a pretty tough enemy because they cast that shard spell. It can deal between 7 to 28 damage on you. So yeah, these are probably the strongest enemies we'll have to encounter around this area. There's some new enemies if we head over to the left, but that's just basically a dead end. I'll go there later, next episode to show it off. But for now, we just want to go to the bridge and head up. I'm gonna head to, like I said, Edengard, where Sargon's men betrayed him, or the forest north of it. Like I said, with at level 5 here, and with all that money, we'll have be able to buy better equipment, and that'll basically set us up for success in the Marsh Temple. You can usually go to the Marsh Temple at level 2 in Final Fantasy 1, but then again you have, 4 characters. Sargon, the people were poisoned by the Varian, a beast once worshipped as god. The Zephyr can cure them, but it only grows in the dung of the Varian's lair. The Varian dragged off most of the people, but those inside escaped its wrath. It took them north. Surely that's where the Varian made its lair. So we have a doctor. Again, we can buy the same stuff there. Another clinic, it's a little bit more expensive. It's instead of 25, it's 37 Arca. These people are basically screaming or yelling, make it start. Buy some PSI there, but we want to buy the better weapon and armor first. A house. Grandpa Dean is sad because the monster took my brother a year away. And Dean doesn't say anything. So basically we're going to have to go to the Vaughn's lair, get that dung for the cure for these people, and I guess save Yura. All these grades, they don't have any interesting like Here Lies Odric or Here Lies Link in Final Fantasy 1. There were some grades in the first town too, but they were kind of off the beaten path, so I didn't show them. We didn't buy the PSI here because we wanted to buy the new weapon, the shot gun, and we want to get the plate helmet and plate armor. Like I said, all these pieces of equipment will make the Marsh Temple pretty easy to finish off. Still want to go in there though with some of the pills, the herbs I mean, because you may need some excess healing. So a lot of steel stuff, as you can see, you get half the buying price for it. And basically, you want to be selling off like excess armor, because with a one-person party, you don't have a lot of room for inventory. Here we have another locked gate. Can't go in there because, like I said, it's locked. But if we go up to the side, we'll see that there's a person in there. That's actually an optional, like, super boss. We won't take that her on until basically really late in the game. Probably after we actually beat the game. You can probably beat the game around level 35, take on that optional boss around 40, and then you can take on the bonus dungeon around 45. Max level, just like in Final Fantasy 1, is 50. So, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of herbs here. Like I said, we're gonna want to have some herbs. Before we head to the Valian's lair to the north, which is the second dungeon, we'll want to basically max out our herbs. That'll be enough to carry us through the game. But I bought too many there, and I don't have enough money to stay at the inn, so we'll head out here and fight this scree enemy. No real skills, which is good. We're going to start running into enemies that do have skills a little later. There's quite a few enemies in the Marsh Temple that have skills, which is basically just like enemy magic. And speaking of the Marsh Temple, that's where we will head in our next episode. So take care, have a good one, and I'll see you then. Bye.